Nice morning. Go look for Ozzy.
Emergency.
Wait.
A quantum detonation has
What?
occurred in the Aurora's drive core.
Oh, that can't be good.
The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T minus 10, 9,
Oh
8,
man.
7, 6, 5,
not much I could do.
3, 2.
This can't be good. Well, that's one way to spoil a perfectly good, beautiful sunrise. Crap. Yeah, there's any chances of making that a home. Well, I suppose we better go check on Ozzy then. Alright, who was he? There he is. I suppose we better be getting to work on building a place to live then. Since the Aurora is definitely not an option. Right, this is new. Red grass and area. Whoa, oh wow, what is that? Ozzy, you're gonna have to wait for a second. I need to see what this is. Wow, you're a big fella, aren't you? Yeah, Reefback's a good name for this guy. He has his own coral reef growing on his back. Look at all that. Oh wow, and there's another one over there. Well, that's a fantastic creature. Better get back to me sea moth. Man, they're loud. Oh hey, there's Ozzy's pod right down there. Right, alright. Coming in. What's that next to it? Piece of sea moth? Oh, this don't look good. Ozzy! Ozzy, mate! You around here? Dang it. Looks like Ozzy didn't make it. Man, he was the funnest guy on the whole ship. Everybody else was a bunch of jerks, but Ozzy was pretty chill. Have a few beers with. Yeah, man, he's a good guy. I'll miss him. Wreck over there. We'll come back and check on it. Man, poor Ozzy. Everybody else is a little too far deep to get to. And one don't even know exactly where it is. Last night I scouted out a few wrecks though nearby, so we'll be going out and walkabout, check those out in a bit. Take some time and get me home set up. Because we're going to be here a while, it looks like. If that's any indication. Right, well, we'll be back. Alright, got some work done. Go show us a new home. Oh, here somewhere. There we go, yeah, shallow base. Set up in some of the shallow area here. Be exploring all the different habitats, all the creatures in it. Managed to catch a bunch of them. And get some of the local flora growing. Gonna have to see about upgrading this guy. See if we can get it to go on any deeper. Think we might. We got some good kit.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh wait, dang it! How did I fall out? Well, I think these ladders are here. Right, I set this place up on the edge of two different habitats. The shallows and this Kelp Forest area. A lot of wildlife around here. Let's see what we can do with this thing here. Oh hey, we can change its name. Let's see. We'll name it. We'll name him Steve. Wait, no, that's my name. Let's see. I got a good name for him. Go with Fair Dinkum. It's kind of dinky. But it's also really neat. Let's change the color on him. Maybe a green. Yeah, green looks pretty good. Name black's fine. Interior. White's fine. Stripe. Yeah, nice dark black there. Right, he looks good. There we go, fair dinkum. And what's this here? Oh. Unique fabricator. See what we can got here. Depth module. Alright. Sonar. That sounds good. Let's see. Might be useful in a different area. I think I got something else for that. Maybe some torpedoes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Depth module. What's that bring us up to? That. Let's see what else we got here. Hey, storage. That should be good. Alright, I think that'll do it. For right now anyway. Let's see. Nope, not that. Oh, I could just do that. There we go. Right, got a storage compartment. Torpedo tube. Should be able to go deeper now. Let's make some torpedoes. Let's make some gas ones. I think it said it came with a couple vortex torpedoes. Leave in there right now. Right. Give you a tour of the rest of the facility. Managed to locate some wrecks. The scanner room here. Really handy place. Highly recommend building one if you get stuck in a situation like this. Got the reactor room here. Got enough power with solar right now, so not gonna get that going yet. Got my living quarters over here. My day use area. Got my desk, my dining table. Coffee. Yeah, I can make coffee now. Always useful. Go ahead and do that. Brew me a fresh pot. Doesn't seem to be working quite right. Oh, yep, nope. There's a coffee cup. Got me a little fridge here. First aid kit. Looks like we got a radio signal. But for right now, we're going to want to go over here. Spent a lot of time collecting some fellas here. So this is about everything we could find in the shallows. Some of this we haven't scanned yet, so let's go on and hop on in. Get some scanner out. Here we got acid mushrooms, rather than weeds. This one's ready to scan. Vein nettle, that's a good name for it. I got gel sack thing. It's probably got some nice stuff in it. Blue palm. Yeah, I'll do. Anything else I can scan in here? Come on, Gary Fish. Named this one Gary Fish because he looks like a guy I used to work with. Gary. Kind of a funny looking fella. I think that's... I don't think I've scanned this little bugger yet. Come on now. Oh well. Got crash fish. Found them in the little caves down there. They can be, gotta be real careful with them. They crash into you and blow up. Pretty dangerous if they're spooked. Think you're a danger. Come on now. You little weird looking bug thing. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Oh, come on. There we go. Got him scanned. Alright, one of these fellas. Big old manatee looking guy. Call him a gasopod because he's got these little gas pods on him. It's a nice defense mechanism. But it stinks and it's acidic and it's not good to walk into when he's letting them loose. Oh, I think that's everything. Oh wait, I don't think I've scanned this one. I have found these to be very useful. These brain corals. They put out oxygen. So if you're stuck in a situation like mine, and you don't have the equipment to go very deep to get the stuff you need, finding one of those can make it a good day instead of a bad day. We don't want to have any bad days. So yeah, that's me planter. Let's take a look at some of these fellas. Some of the intel on them. Oh, I forgot to dump one of them in there. Found these things, attached to my pod. First came in here. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to do to let them go. If I can let them go. Yeah. Let's see about. Oh, can't stick them on there. Right. Oops, what'd I do? Ah, picked up a gas pod. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, well, bugger that. I guess I ain't got no way to stick this guy. Scared him. So we'll just ignore him for now. And got started on this one for the next habitat we'll be diving into. Should be the Kelp Forest there. Got a bit of creep vine and a stalker. Now I like these stalkers. They're like the wolves of the sea here. They really like metal. So let's go in and scan them real quick. These creep vines are a lot like kelp that we have at home. Seem to serve a similar function, both food and hiding area for predators and prey fish. Haven't really filled that one up yet. Haven't had time. But we'll go see. Oh yeah, here's my bedroom. I haven't really put much in here yet. Just a bed. Don't really spend much time here. Just to sleep. Haven't even really done that. Let's have a seat at the desk here and go over our data. Got quite a bit of data. Some advanced theories. Found a bunch of alien eggs. That's how I was able to hatch some of those. Especially the big guys. The big guys you can't really pick up. So one way to get them in your containment area is to find their eggs. And they can be hard to find. Some of them are pretty easy, and there's a lot of them, but some of them, like that gasopod and the shuttlebug, took me quite a while to find an egg. Yeah, this is quite interesting too. Evidence suggests that a substantial number, if not all of the local species, reproduce through egg laying. Eggs can be found resting on the seafloor, buried beneath detritus, or even wedged into cracks in the rock. Different species likely favor different biomes as their nesting grounds. Eggs discovered in the wild are in some form of natural stasis, awaiting ideal conditions in which to hatch, or the delivery of some vital enzyme which will kickstart the process. It is impossible to calculate the species of egg from the exterior. However, it may be possible to stimulate a hatching response if an egg is relocated to a suitable alien containment unit. Now, once you do hatch an egg and find out what was in it, then you can start recognizing which creatures come from which eggs. So it's not completely impossible. And I'll bet some of you are wondering how my PDA works here. Why it seems to know things that, well, it is my notes. It does take scans and takes my impressions of it and writes them up as notes. It's a really handy device, almost invaluable in the modern era of research. Got some blueprints, radiation suit. That'll come in handy for when I need to go by the wreck now that it's all blown up. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, we'll see. Ozzy's log. Alright, well, take a listen.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
Sorry, mate. I was a little late. Man. I'm gonna miss Ozzy. I like that fella. Alright, back to work. I'll get back to work. Alright, coral. Get into coral here. Brain coral. Permanent growing colony of microscopic organisms. This this coral species has adapted to filter carbon dioxide from the environment, using the carbon to build the colony and expelling the oxygen from specialized exhaust funnels. It's quite hardy, suggesting samples from a mature specimen could be grown artificially, like the one I've got over in containment. Assessment. Air tanks are equipped to siphon oxygen from the water where possible, so finding one of these when you're low on oxygen is very important. And on to fauna. Got some carnivores here. The crashfish. This unusual species has developed an emergency defense mechanism based on mutually assured destruction. It's got a nice big forward-mounted eye. Enables the creature to identify and track potential predators, and it'll lock on, man. It'll lock on tight. Until I found a repellent for them. They came after me a few times. They can hurt. They can hurt real bad. They can damage your moth too. Sulfur plant. The sulfur plant was developed to feed on sulfuric compounds secreted by the crashfish, which makes its nest within its leaves. Stronger, more protective plants provide superior nesting grounds, which in turn provide the plant with more nutrients from the larger crashfish. It's got an interesting defense mechanism. Concentrations of sulfur build up in the organism over time. If the crashfish collides with something at a sufficient speed, the spikes on its torso are impacted, triggering an explosive chemical reaction. Assessment. Equip stasis rifle, propulsion cannon, or similar before approaching shallow caves. Yeah, because they're all over them. They're all over those caves. Alright, the stalker. This is one of my favorites. I like this fella. Yeah, they can be quite friendly too once you once you feed them. Feed them a little bit of metal, let them play around a bit, and they won't mind you at all. However, you gotta watch out for them. There's a reason they're called stalkers. They sneak up on you pretty good. And if it's not one of your buddies, well, you could have a bad day. He's a streamline predator, encountered in the Kelp Forest and way to prey, leaving the safety of the shallows to fate. Stalker likely carved out its evolutionary niche in the sweet spot between speed and size millions of years ago, and may be one of the oldest species on the planet. The stalker appears to be attracted to titanium deposits, which tend to sharpen and put stress on its teeth. As with many predators, it may be possible to temporarily distract hungry stalkers by feeding them. Any fish, especially peepers. Peepers work good. Metal. It likes metal, so you get a little bit of scrap metal. Yeah, he likes that. Play with that for a while, you get a little bit of tug of war going. It's kind of like a dog once you get used to him. The teeth are unusually hard and fast growing. Its elongated snout can deliver huge biting pressure to larger attackers, while also being used to reach small herbivores seeking refuge amongst the rocks. Retinal layering on the eyeball suggests adaptation for nighttime hunting. It's got some interesting dorsal ridges, and they can be moved independently to deliver superior maneuverability. I mean, they can turn on a dime. It's got some long pelvic fins. They're long and powerful. The stalker has evolved to hunt the fastest of prey. Stalker teeth may have applications in naval glass fabrication. As they're constantly growing, they're also constantly chewing on stuff, so as to wear them down. And occasionally they break off, and you can pick them up. They got that big old crocodile mouth there. It's pretty wicked too when they bite you. I got one nibbled on me a little bit. It wasn't very pleasant. I'll move on to some herbivores. Got the gasopod, the funny looking guy. You know, it's got this proboscis, makes it weird eyes to make it look like a gas mask. Big old front flippers, and this knobby tail thing. It's a slow moving life form, one of the larger herbivores on the planet. Providing a substantial meal to would-be predators, gasopod protects its domain by filling the surrounding water with poisonous and corrosive pods, whose contents dissolve even synthetic fibers. When they drop those things, you gotta want to have to steer clear. Their filtration system is rather interesting. Thick, non-reactive skin and multiple gill layers render this creature impervious to the noxious acid clouds it produces. I've also seen it eating the acid mushrooms. I think it's probably the only thing that eats them that I've seen so far. The algae glands it's got bulbous sac-like bandage on the rear end. The luminescent yellow algae grows inside the sac and produces the poisonous compound. Abdominal muscles can contract, causing the algae gland to emit the noxious compound into the surrounding water. And if you can get them quick enough, you can grab the little pods before they burst, and they can be pretty useful there. Got the large pelvic fins, capable of powerful movement through the water when moving in small herds. Gasopods appear to be social in nature, and may even use their emissions in their relationship rituals. Their audible calls are likely signifiers of nearby threats or food sources. Yeah, when you got a pod of them going off, you might want to, keep an eye out. Yeah, you gotta approach them with caution, though. The acidic pods may be retrieved and repurposed, though. But you gotta watch out. You gotta not spook them. They're pretty friendly, but if they think you're coming for them, they'll drop those things all over the place, and it's pretty gross. We got the Gary fish. Again, named him after a guy I used to work with. He was really annoying and really funny looking. So it's the Gary fish. It's a slow-moving and curious herbivore. Camouflage indicates adaptation for evasive behavior on the ocean floor. It's got these really tall eye stalks, kind of like a snail, which may be beneficial when watching for predators from hiding places amongst the coral, which it blends in with quite nicely. More active during daylight hours, but slow and docile at all times. And the Garyfish's survival depends on a combination of camouflage and predators who can get a more filling meal elsewhere. It is edible, not the best thing to eat, but it's not bad. Alright, man, we got this reef-back leviathan. This thing's an interesting creature. Kind of reminds me a lot of mollusks on Earth, except for more mobile, of course. But it's got these siphons on it that are very reminiscent to the bivalves. And it's got that hard top shell. Again, it's like a clam with only one shell. And it does have them tentacles hanging off, but it's very similar to bivalves mollusk we have on Earth. This vast life form is in excess of 30 meters long and has been designated Leviathan class. Fortunately, it feeds exclusively on plankton-like life forms in the water. It's got a nice chitinous shell on the top. Most of the life form's topside and some of its underside is protected by a thick layered exoskeleton. This suggests an evolutionary path quite different from other organisms experienced on 4546b, most of which are vertebrate in nature. The reefback species has likely been able to grow far larger than other herbivores because anything large enough to break through its shell has long since gone extinct, or does not live in the same areas. Enzyme pods. Similar in appearance to the algae glands of the gastropod, these organs on the reefback's underside serve some unknown purpose in its digestive system and are capable of expelling small quantities of stomach enzymes into the surrounding waters, also very similar to the gastropod. An array of different barnacle and plant species grow on the reefback shell, thrusting their roots into ancient scars into the chitin and taking advantage of their mobility to avoid predation. Also gets them into nice areas where they can get more nutrients. Nonetheless, reefbacks will often be pursued by the faster, hungrier herbivores, and thus this leviathan species is a mobile microcosm worthy of years of study in itself. It kind of forms a similar function as some of the larger whales, which also grow barnacles on them, which the barnacles then go and find more nutrients and gather bits that the whale doesn't eat. I suppose it's quite similar with the reefbacks here. Life cycle of the reefback. Their lifespans are likely to extend through many centuries, should they survive their initial growth cycle. For the first few decades, their small size would make them vulnerable to carnivorous leviathans, which I have heard calls of. Haven't seen one yet, but I know they're out there. Also, the scan of the planet said that there were some very large hostile creatures out here somewhere. Sociable, when seen traveling in small pods and communicating by an echoing call. Behavior is consistent with low-level sentience. It harbors plants, small fish, and metal-rich barnacles, some of which can be harvested. So if you're gentle, you can get some good stuff from them. I was able to manage to harvest some things to help build the habitat here. Got the shuttle bud here. This is a funny looking fella. It's got these little legs here that it uses for propulsion. It'll just walk on the floor sometimes. And it's got these other mandibles here that also serve for propulsion, and the big ol' eye right here. It's a common scavenger at the base of the food chain. Likes to hide in caves and where food material will fall down into. The mouth parts are up here. It's got 3 little teeth there. It's kind of like a almost like an octopus beak or a squid's beak. So it's 3-pronged and it just kind of sucks stuff down in there. Also kind of similar to a lamprey. It's small enough to be a little threat to most organisms. This creature is clearly adapted to feed on the waste products of the ecosystem around it. I found them along the some steam vents. So they tend to seem to like the heat too. They've got these 3 mandibles here, used to orient themselves when drifting and to filter through detritus and cave floors. It's got those 3 legs. High-strength muscles can propel the life form great distances through the water, as well as ambulating them across the seafloor. Assessment: it's a necessary waste recycler. Presence may indicate nearby cave systems, as it likes to hide in them. What else we got? We got some plants here. Got the creep vine, a kelp species concentrated in large forests and shallow sandy waters. Loose roots anchor the plant to the seafloor, from where it grows steadily toward the surface in pursuit of sunlight. And the stem is fibrous and rich in iron, making it both a viable base material for fabrication of textiles, as well as basic foodstuff. It's a vital alien resource, it's edible, and has many construction applications. The creepvine seeds are Mature creep vine plants that have survived the predation of small herbivores produce these bioluminescent seed clusters, which may be knocked loose by currents or consumed and later deposited by predators. The embryo, which is surrounded by a thick oil and silicone layer, which would disperse into the ground as the outer skin deteriorated. This may provide the seedling with the nutrients it needs to survive the low light conditions on the seabed. It gets very dark on the Kelp Forest, even when the sun's clear up. It's also a vital alien resource, a lot of applications in construction, great source of silicone. We got that gel sac. This was a lucky find. These organic structures grow on cave walls, and they don't seem to be very common either. The purple sacs, which arise from the surface, contain a low-density gel laced with spores. These burst from time to time, floating towards the surface and attaching onto the next rock face antenna. While the gel sac is edible, its low density renders it an invaluable advanced construction material. It's edible and it can make aerogel, which I don't think there's any other way to make it. So we got the blue palm. It's a pretty common aquatic plant which thrives in shallow waters with high exposure to sunlight. Long fronds intercept light before it can reach the smaller flora on the seabed. It's also very pretty, very reminiscent of the Earth's sea anemone, though it has those, fronded leaf-looking bits on it. Vein nettle, another just pretty plant around here, is a common shallow water plant. It frequently shows signs of predation around the edges of its leaves. Probably quite the food source to most of the small herbivores. Its thick violet veins carry nutrients to the extremities of the fin, and brightly colored seeds grow around the base and stem. I think that's all our research for now. Like I said, I've marked some wrecks out there, so I think we'll go take a look at them. Let's make sure we got some of the stuff we need. Probably gonna need a cutting torch, propulsion cannon. Yeah, we need one of them. Laser cutter, power tool. Alright, let's get these where they're more useful. Probably won't need those, well, just in case. We'll keep them as it is. Right, the garage is down this way. Nope, just down this way. Still not quite used to the place. Alright. Alright, we can go down to 300 meters now. Alright, let's see. Get our lights on here. We're actually right next to one of these smaller wrecks. I've kind of explored it. There's not much here to... There goes one of my cameras. Stalkers ran off my cameras pretty quick. I'm pretty happy to play with them. Right. So we'll just kind of... there it goes. There's another one down there. They have been very much used as cameras since they keep getting taken by stalkers. We also had another wreck right near here too, which provided me a lot of material for the base. Let's see, where'd the marker go? I'm gonna pick that up. Ran right into it. The ejection seat on the moth here kind of pops you out where it feels like. Alright. See how far away is that one? 300 meters. 300 meters. 12 running meters. Is there any other ones this way? Cool. No, I don't think so. Right. Where's that close one? There we go. We'll go out to this one. Bit of a walkabout. Oh, hi. There we are. There's some of them floaters. Had to pull them off my pod because kind of tipping me over, so I didn't get a chance to scan them earlier. I don't think I had my scanner yet either. Alright, we got them done. Oh, there was a crash fish. Oh man, that's right on the edge of my crush depth. I think we'll find a different way to get down there. Alright, let's see what this wreck might hold. Doesn't look like a whole lot. Yeah, nothing really interesting here, nothing we don't already have. Yep, well, there's that one. Oh, whoa, what's up, fella? He was angry with me. Weird looking guy. So leave him alone for right now. Study him more in depth later. So yeah, there's a large one over here. Get into it and see what might be found. Ah, there it is. Beacon. There we go. Should probably put these away in the moth here. Free us up some space. Get rid of that. Alright, let's see what we can find. Couldn't even get into it. There's a door. Looks like it's fused or locked or something. Sounds pretty stormy up above. Alright, come on now. There's gotta be a way in here. Let's see. Might need my flashlight. Oh hey, what we have here? Ah, it's a door. See if we can get this opened up here. There we go. There's PDA there.
Integrating new PDA data.
Some information on the people I was out here to try and help rescue. Let's see, can we get in this door now? How about this one? Oh, I think we can do this. Let's see, I need a repair tool. There we go. See if we can get this open. Alright. Yeah, there we go. What we got? Yeah, nothing really. Stasis gun. Yeah, got one of them. Alright, I think this one's been explored. Move on to the next one. What was that? Oh, it was a boomerang fish. Alright. Okay. Sure there's no other wrecks on this way. That's base. Got a nice function that puts all this on my heads up display. Oh, poor people. Sorry fella. Jumped right in front of me. So this one's closer. There we are. That's where I scanned my coffee maker. I think so. Yeah, I want to show this one to you. Found the vending machine there. Now I can make vending machines. Get some chips. Or crisps as they're called in some areas of the world. Also, I hadn't really had any until I went to the States to go to school. I got this poor little forklift here. Let's see what I don't see this tube here. Alright, doesn't look like anything in it though. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's also where I found my trash can. Oh hey, what's this? Fluid analyzer. Alright. Yeah, I'll take some lab equipment. Do some proper research. Instead of just looking and scanning. Alright, I think that's everything for right now. Did I grab the beacon? I think I did. Alright. Got this other wreck here. As you can tell, I've already been to these places, but I didn't really fully explore them. Picked up a few things, but I wanted to wait for you guys to be able to see what was in them. Explore them with me. Alright, what we got here? That looks, might be repairable. Might be a way in. Oh, excuse me, fair dinkum. That's where I scanned my disc. Got that there. Let's see. Yeah, that's no good. Maybe this door. Nope, that's not going to open. Looks like we might just be going in through the top. Oh, anything down there? No. Not in there. Yeah. I think we'll be going through the top then. see any other tube outlets or other access points. Yeah, wait, was there one around the front here? No. Alright, yeah. We'll go see if we can repair the door up top and get in. Otherwise we might be out of luck on this one. Yeah, I might be able to get it. Alright. Yeah, there we go. We got some power to it. Alright, well, it's dark in here. What we got? First aid kit. Alright, I got plenty of them. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot in here. Might be a way into another area. See what we got over here. Bits of a propulsion cannon, I think. Yeah, let's see if we can get in through the pipe in here. Ducting. Yeah, this gives us somewhere to go. Alright. Careful not to get lost in this sort of stuff. Especially on the bigger pieces. Might be kind of dangerous. Let's see if I can squeeze in here. Yeah, alright. It was a tight squeeze. It doesn't look like much of anything. Right, so that was kind of a waste. Oh, hey, there's a chair. Or a scan that, I think. I don't think we really need that. But, you know. Also want to see if we might be able to find any survivors in these big pieces. Whether that's very likely or not, can't really say. But just in case, don't want to leave anybody behind that we don't have to. I think there's one more to look at. I don't remember where it is. I think that's it. Couple. We got a couple left. Oh wait, this is where I got my coffee maker. That's right. That was a lifesaver right there. Finding that early was a very good thing. I don't like going without my coffee for very long. There we are. Nice function of the skin is it allows you to create some stuff that you've been able to scan. Doesn't look like much here. Got a crash fish, all hiding in his little sulfur plant. Kind of afraid of me. I got a coating on my suit that he doesn't like much. Notice them stalkers he's not a fan of. So I got a little bit of their juices. That's kept a lot of them away from me. A lot of smaller predators. They don't like bugging me. And the stalkers think I'm one of them. So that helps quite a bit. Did I grab the thingy, didn't I? I think I did. Oh, there's a... there was that crash fish. Got a little too close to his nest in the moth. Spooked him a bit. Guess not. Anything down here? No. There's a bit of brain coral. Lovely plant. Well, not really a plant, actual. They're actually colonies of tiny animals. It doesn't look like much here. I don't already have. Yeah. There we go, all that. Right. Well, I think that's everything. We got a nice little tour of the shallow area. Put these away. There's a bladderfish. Man, these bladderfish, they've been a lifesaver. If you ever get stuck here, they're not only good for oxygen if you're down deep, but you can put them in a fabricator or cut them open very carefully and get water out of them. It's a very useful fish. They don't taste too bad cooked either. Alright, so we'll head back to home there. Oops. Then I think we'll call it a day. Oops. Oh well, might as well put these in. Oh, where'd you come from? Must have had you stuck to it. Alright. Your new base there is a little ways from the pod, but there's a lot of materials. Also having that steam vent nearby, I'll be able to make a thermal plant if the solar panels don't start not quite giving me enough juice. Won't have to go nuclear if I can help it. Alright, let's get it parked. There we go. I wonder, there's another thing I made. Might give us some more upgrades. There we go. Modification Station. Oh wow. Yeah, it's got a lot of neat stuff. Can't make those. I got a battery. I got a spare battery. Let's make one of them. Let's upgrade the knife. There we go. Tank upgrades. Ultra high capacity. Yeah, we'll go with that. Anything to keep me down longer. Fan upgrades. Ultra glides. Yeah, give me some more speed. I don't really need that. Mark 2, Mark 3. Yeah, there we go. Wait, what's the oh, my inventory's full. Alright. A full backpack there. Let's see, anything we need to get rid of? Yeah. It's just gonna sit there if I just drop it there. There we go. Swap that out. Means I can put that in one of these things here. There we are. There we go. Put them on. Put those away. I've also been carrying around this mobile vehicle bay. Go put that out real quick. If I don't get lost. Right, put it over here by the airlock. A little away from that thermal vent. Yeah, that should be a good enough spot right there. Right, and we'll let you go. There it goes. And I can make a exosuit with that. I can also make a big submarine called a Cyclops. Haven't really needed anything like that quite yet, but I might start making the stuff to get that going. Alright, now we can make that. I think that bigger submarine will be great for running around further away. Deeper places. I think it's got a pretty deep crush depth. Alright, upgrades. Take that one out. Wait, where's there's the deep one. There we go. 900 meters. Yeah, it's quite a bit better. That's quite a bit better. Oh, fell off. For a bit of swim. Gotta be careful. Not use those little tiny boards there. Let's go stick some stuff back in the locker, and we'll call it a day. Getting pretty eventful. Aurora is gone, completely gone. It's right trashed. But and we lost Ozzy. He's hope he finds peace. Can't feel bad not being able to get to him quick enough. Hope he forgives me. I did try, Ozzy. I did try. So but on the upside, we learned a lot. We learned a lot today. So keep our head up. We got a nice base going here. Got some habitats going. Got some radio messages. Check those after a nap. Alright, well, I'll see you guys after my nap. And I'll probably do some more Kelp Forest exploration and harvesting. Get that going so we can study them better. And I'll see you later.